Hi everyone, my name is Tan Wan Ping and my meeting number is 269751. Now, I'm going to start my infographic oral presentation. I will start by discussing the ethical awareness shown in the movie Catch Me If You Can. One of the ethical problems I found in this movie is safety ignorance. In this movie, the main character Frank impersonates a pilot, a doctor, and even a lawyer to obtain more wealth and escape cow tracking. Frank is unfamiliar with this occupation. If there is an emergency or anything happens, Frank does not think about other people's safety. This shows that his behavior is unethical and that he will put other lives in danger. Now, I will provide some examples to show Frank's unethical behavior.
I'm not sure. What do you want to do?
I'm a doctor. Dear Dad, I've decided to get off the road for a while. I've taken a night job at a hospital and met some really nice people. It feels good to have my feet on the ground, to wake up in the same bed every night. Who knows? Maybe I'll even find someone to settle down with.
Harvard Medical School, top of your class. Southern California Children's Hospital. Well, that's a pretty impressive resume, Dr. Connors. Well, unfortunately, the only thing I need is an emergency room supervisor for my midnight to 8 a.m. shift. Someone to babysit 6 interns and 20 nurses. But, well, I doubt that you'll be interested in that.
Well, in the past, they've always let me choose my own nurses. Miss Bassman. Miss Mace. Miss Strong. Nurse Brown.
Second and third degree burns over about 20% of the body surface. Do you concur?
I concur.
Let's get him off pediatric.
Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem?
Bicycle accident. Fractured tibia about 5 inches below patella.
Dr. Harris.
Yes?
Do you concur?
Concur with what, sir?
With what Dr. Ashland just said, do you concur?
Well, it was a bicycle accident. The boy told us.
So you concur?
Concur. I think we should take an x-ray, then stitch him out and put him in a walking cast.
It's very good, Dr. Ashland, very good. Well, you don't seem to have much need for me. Carry on.
Good enough. One not concur.
Firstly, as a qualified doctor, he or she must be able to conduct surgery or provide care if a patient needs it to prevent serious injury to the patient. However, Frank is not even a doctor. He does not have any qualification as a doctor. He just fabricated fake degrees, certificate, and resume to obtain the position of emergency room supervisor. He gained some knowledge about the occupation by watching movies and imitating what he saw. If there is an emergency that requires immediate surgery, he will not be able to deal with it because he just pretends to be a doctor. In the movie scene, when Frank faced a patient with a leg injury, he kept asking the doctor around him, "Do you concur?" This was for them to come up with a treatment for the patient. This will put the patient's life at risk.
Hello.
Hi, are you deadheading?
What?
Are you my deadhead to Miami?
Yes. Yeah, I'm your deadhead. Here you go.
You're a little late, but the jump seat is open.
You know, it's been a while since I've done this. Which one's the jump seat again?
Have a nice flight. Are you my deadhead? Frank, Captain Oliver, John Larkin, the co-pilot, Fred Tully, flight engineer.
Frank Taylor, Pan Am. Thanks for giving me a lift, boys.
Go ahead and take a seat, Frank. We're about to push. What kind of equipment are you on? DC-8?
707.
You turning around on the red eye?
I'm jumping puddles for the next few months, trying to earn my keep running leapfrogs for the weak and weary.
No shame in that. We all did it.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Would you like a drink after takeoff?
Milk?
80 knots. Check. V1, rotate.
In addition, as a co-pilot, if something happens to the pilot, Frank will be required to take over control. However, he knew nothing about plane and even need a stewardess to help him find a seat. This is very dangerous, because when something happens to the pilot, his action may crash the plane and cause hundreds of deaths. The plane crash will result in a loss of property for the Pan Am Airlines, as well as a bad reputation for the organization. Next, I will talk about the awareness of stakeholders. Frank and Victor Griffith are the characters in the movie Catch Me If You Can that are involved in the safety ignorance. Due to the divorce of Frank's parents, he ran away from home at the age of 16. He turned to confidence scam in order to survive and then went on to engage in more unethical behavior. Frank began impersonating a pilot and a doctor in order to get more money and heal his broken family. And he does not care about the safety of the patient and the passenger. Then, in a movie scene, the hospital is looking for an emergency room supervisor who can work the midnight to 8 a.m. shift and babysit 6 interns and 20 nurses. Victor Griffith did an unethical thing when he hired Frank to work at this hospital without doing any testing and further investigation, and just based on the resume to hire Frank. Victor Griffith never asked about medical theory to see whether Frank qualified or not for that position. He just hired Frank because of the certificate from Harvard Medical School. He already put his patient's life in danger by the time he hired Frank as the emergency room supervisor. After that, I will talk about the ethical reasoning that I find in this movie. Everything happened must be a reason behind it. A person who did either ethical or unethical things must have a reason as well. In this movie, Frank started to do unethical things right after his parents divorced. He needed to choose either to live with his father or his mother. Instead, he ran away from home. In order to survive and repair his parent relationship, he began impersonating people who have high authority and start forging checks. Frank decided he will do anything as long as he can earn more money and make things better. The ethical issue is about should a person's life or safety be harmed in order to pursue our interests. Frank's point on this issue is that as long as he gets anything he wants, he can do unethical things. He does not even think what he has done could put someone's life in danger. He only thinks that if he has more money, he can get his mother back to his father. The same goes for Victor Griffith. As long as a candidate has a certificate from a well-known university, regardless of whether the person is eligible for the position, he can be hired without any test and background check. He does not think that if he hires the wrong person, it will endanger his patient's life. In this movie, I think Frank has the strongest ethical argument. This is because he is willing to do anything to pursue his own interests, even if it is unethical and may harm others. Now, I will discuss about the ethical suggestion. In my opinion, Frank should prioritize the safety of others. He must consider whether his behavior would be beneficial or harmful to others. In addition, before hiring a candidate, Victor Griffith must put them to the test and conduct background checks. He should not simply accept them because they have degrees from well-known universities. He should ensure that all of the doctors and nurses are qualified to occupy their position. As a result, the doctor will be able to make the best decision and administer the best treatment to the patient. Moreover, the airline company must improve the flight passenger safety. Before flying, the airline company must double-check that the pilot, co-pilot, and all the crew are correct. The company must ensure only approved crew are allowed to board the plane. Its purpose is to ensure that all passengers reach their destination safely. Lastly, I will discuss about the ethical decision making. In this movie, ethic of care is the best solution to this ethical problem. The ethic of care is a normative ethical theory that holds that moral actions center on interpersonal relationship and care or benevolence as a virtue. It states that we should care about those who depend on and are related to us. In this movie, Frank did a lot of unethical behavior to get more money and get his mother back to his father. It shows how much he loved his parents. However, he should also care about other people. He should stop impersonating a pilot and a doctor to avoid endangering other people's lives. To make more money and heal his parent relationship, he needs to find a job that is compatible with his skill and knowledge. This will ensure that Frank will not cause any harm to others. So, that's all from me for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Hope you enjoyed the video.